G'day guys, welcome to my Spice feature video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about NRL Round 5 recap preview for 2021 guys. Let's get started. So starting off with this first game of this match, we see the Rabbitohs going up against the Broncos. Now, this game was pretty much horrific match. The Broncos were absolutely really good in this game. I didn't think that it didn't go very well for the Broncos. I was there at this game, so go and check out my vlog in that match. It was RXYSV2, the YouTube channel on my channel. I also did that vlog, so hopefully you guys get to see it. But yeah, it was 35 points to 6 in this game. And the field goals obviously went to Latrell Mitchell and Adam Reynolds. I think that this game was pretty much authentic match. But the Broncos, they didn't go as really good as they usually do. Sometimes in the first half they come out firing. They play really good football, but I just didn't think in the second half they didn't really play very well in that match. But the Rabbitohs, they were just tearing them apart with so many tries going towards them in this game. But yeah, let's have a look at the tries. So the only try that basically scored was Jermaine Asako. But let's have a look at the Rabbitohs tries. What we have here is Benji Marshall, Alex Johnston, Adam Reynolds, Latrell Mitchell that scored 2 tries, and Campbell Graham. And my player of the game certainly went to number 1 from the South Sydney Rabbitohs, Latrell Mitchell. I think he had a wonderful game. Really teared this team apart, really tear this game apart. I thought he did a really good job that really held on to the Broncos that weren't going to score. But yeah, I just didn't think that the Broncos were going to win this game, and certainly Rabbitohs, they were coming out firing in this game, and they obviously did. But in that match, really kicked things off with a good start of the Rabbitohs winning against the Broncos anyway, 35 points to 6 anyway. The next game of this match, we see the Warriors going up against the Manly Sea Eagles. Now, okay, this game, certainly in the first half, without Adam Fanor-Blake, Yuan Aiken, lots of other players like Chanel Harris-Tavita, all those players, they were injured, but without them, this game was tearing the Warriors apart in this match. And certainly I was there. No, I wasn't there, sorry. I wasn't there to vlog that match, so unfortunately, guys, excuse me. But the Warriors, they played a really good game. These two teams, though, they certainly didn't go as well, but in that match was just really shocking and real surprising. But I didn't think that in this game the Warriors didn't go as to plan, because I thought the Warriors were going to win against the Manly Sea Eagles. But it was the other way around. In the second half, they were really getting it on and on and on and on. And I didn't think in this game that the Warriors weren't going to win. But the Manly Sea Eagles, 13 points to 12, that scoreline. That was really surprising for me, because I thought the Warriors were going to come out firing, and I thought they were going to put a big scoreline on in that game, 34 to 12. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. 13 points to 12. The first ever win by the Manly Sea Eagles in this coming season. Well done from the Manly Sea Eagles, but still you need to work on, just keep working and working, because the more you guys do what you do, yeah, it really carries on with your win for the winning streak. So let's have a look at the Warriors tries. What we have here is Kemba Marlowe and Sean O'Sullivan. Let's have a look at the Manly Sea Eagles tries. What we have here is Jason Saab and Josh Schuster. And my player of the game went to number 7, obviously from the Manly Sea Eagles, Daly Cherry Evans, and he obviously kicked the field goal anyway to make it 13 points to 12, and well done from him for making that a really good game of the Manly Seagulls, that winning against the Warriors anyway. The next game of that match, we see the Panthers going up against the Raiders. Now, okay, in this game, I was there at that match, vlogging that game, so go check it out. In that my YouTube channel, so go check that out. I did vlog that game. Yeah, so it's RXYSV2 if you guys want to know why I have that YouTube channel. But anyway, the Raiders in the first half, they were really good, really astonishing. They were coming out firing in that game. The first half, they were absolutely excellent. They were scoring 2 tries, obviously to equalise the lead for the Raiders in the first half. But unfortunately in the second half, they were really shocking and they were falling apart with injuries and knock-ons and everything like that, lots of areas. But in this game, the Panthers, the premiers, well, not the premiers, but the first team on the ladder, they were absolutely astonishing. They were playing a really good game, and I was there, and I wasn't expecting this team to basically win. I thought the Raiders were going to win, but unfortunately though, the Panthers were just smashing the Raiders in this game, 30 points to 10. A really good game of football, and I was there, really happy, really putting a smile on my face, and this game was obviously a really good match. But let's have a look at the Raiders' tries. What we have here is Jackal Whiten and Jared Croker. Let's have a look at the Panthers' tries. What we have here is Charlie Stainstead scored 2 tries, Matt Burton, Jerome Luai, and Nathan Cleary. And my player of the game most certainly went to this Panthers player, number 7, that's kicked so many goals and obviously scored the last try of that game, Nathan Cleary. I think he had a wonderful game and really put things through and really worked hard to really make a really good win against the Raiders anyway. The next game of that match, we said Titans going up against the Knights. Now, in this game, I wasn't expecting this big of a scoreline. 42 points to 16. Last week, when the Knights were playing against the Dragons, they were absolutely terrible. But now they're terrible again. And I just didn't think that the Knights were going to win this game. And they obviously did lose in that match. But the Titans, they were certainly really astonishing, and they were coming out firing in this game to really put a big lead against the Knights. I cannot believe it though, that the Knights just didn't really lack consistency in this game. And they were really putting it hard out there with Kalen Ponga coming back from injury. I think it was the shoulder, which I do believe it was. But he really gave it his heart out in that match. But the Titans, they were really playing as well as they usually do. But yeah, let's have a look at the Knights tries. What we have here is Chris Randall, Stafford Toa, and Kalen Ponga. Let's have a look at the Titans tries. What we have here is Kevin Proctor, Patrick Herbert, that scored 2 tries, David Fafita, that scored 3 tries, and Corey Thompson, that scored 2 tries. And my player of the game went to, I think, number 11 or number 12 from the Gold Coast Titans. It was David Fafita. I think he had a wonderful game, really put it hard out there, and also scored a really good, massive scoreline. I think it was 147 that scored on the Supercoach. He was absolutely really good player, but yeah, really gave it a heart out anyway. The next game of that match, we see the Bulldogs going up against the Storm. Now, this game was pretty much an alright match. The Storm really did a massive job to put the Bulldogs on another scoreboard. And this game was another massive win, 52 points to 18 in this game. and most certainly the Bulldogs in the first half really did really well, but it was most certainly the Melbourne Storm that really put a really good effort in the first half and second half to make it a really good win. But in this game, the Bulldogs were doing alright, but certainly in my opinion, the Bulldogs, they really put a massive effort to make it a really good of a scoreline, but unfortunately they didn't win this game going up against a really good team, the Melbourne Storm. But anyway, let's have a look at the Bulldogs tries. What we have here is Luke Thompson, Jake Averillo and Dylan Watene-Selesniak. And let's have a look at the Storm tries. What we have here is Felice Kafusi, Jerome Hughes, Christian Welsh, Tui Kamakamika, George Jennings, Ryan Pappenhausen, Justin Olam, Josh Adokar and Nico Hines. And my player of the game certainly went to number 1 from the Melbourne Storm, Ryan Pappenhausen. I think he had a wonderful game. Most certainly, he had a really good game, really steered things around and obviously put in a really good effort to make it a really good, astonishing win in this game. To basically put in a really good effort to make it a sealed deal and obviously to make it a really good win by the Melbourne Storm. And yeah, well done from the Melbourne Storm for making a really good win against the Bulldogs. The next game of that match, we see the Roosters going up against the Sharks. Now, in this game, most certainly it was a close game, and a lot of injuries were happening in this game. Well, not happening in this game, but most certainly there was good quality players that really didn't play in this match. But without Luke Keary steering the Roosters around, most certainly they weren't playing as entertaining as they usually do. But in my opinion though, the scoreline in that game, 26-18, really steered the Roosters around. But in the first half, it was obviously the Sharks' lead. But in the second half, they were really coming back and obviously getting a really good win, 26-18 for that scoreline, and most certainly a really good win by the Roosters. Let's have a look at the Sharks tries. What we have here is Mawini Hiroti, William Kennedy and Jack Williams. Let's have a look at the Roosters tries. What we have here is Brett Morris that scored 2 tries, Drew Hutchinson, Daniel Tupou and Sam Walker. And my player of the game, he did a really good job having a good assist and scoring his own try. This guy, number 7, Sam Walker. I think he did a wonderful job for the Roosters to really get an assist. Also to make Brett Morris score a try and for himself to score a try also too. But yeah, the Roosters were obviously in a real good defensive mode, and sometimes they don't really get an effort. But without Sam Walker, I just think the Roosters won't have entertaining team in any games. But yeah, well done from the Roosters for making a really good win against the Sharks again. The next game of that match, we see the West Tigers going up against the Cowboys. Now, this game, most certainly in this game, another thing that legit surprised me was the Cowboys put in an absolute effort in this game to really steer the West Tigers in a really bad direction. But this game, 34 points to 30 in this match. It was absolute close game, and I didn't think in this match that the West Tigers weren't going to win. And obviously, most certainly, they aren't a really good team at the moment. But I just didn't think that, in my opinion, though, the West Tigers weren't going to win this game. But anyway, most certainly, let's have a look at the tries for the Cowboys first. So let's have a look at them. So what we have here is Hamiso Tupuai-Fidel, Murray Tuolunga scored 2 tries, Scott Drinkwater, Ben Condon, and Lachlan Burr. Let's have a look at the West Tigers tries. What we have here is Dane Laurie, David Nofaluma, Luciano Leilua, Luke Garner, Tommy Talau, and Joe Offengawi. And my player of the game, most certainly, I think it was number 6 or number 7 from the Cowboys, Scott Drinkwater from the Cowboys. I think he had a wonderful game, most certainly steered the Cowboys around, and I just think in this game, most certainly was a really good matchup. But yeah, a really good game that really steered the West Tigers around, and the West Tigers didn't really play as great football as they usually do. But yeah, well done from the Cowboys for making a really good win against the West Tigers anyway. And last but certainly not least, we said Eels going up against the Dragons now in this game. Okay, this is another thing that really did annoy me. Okay, the refs, they were absolutely shocking. And every single time, I'm just going to say this in a -4, because it really did piss me off and it really did annoy the shit out of me. The Dragons, they had a couple of forward passes led to them, and the ref didn't call it. They had a couple of knock-ons, the ref didn't call it. They had, like, offside, the ref didn't call it. But it was alright to, like, blow the whistle at the Eels. Like, seriously, why would you do that? If you know how to know, like, if you know how to basically put in your game, like the ref, and to know how the ref, then do it. Because I'm just getting sick and tired of every single time the Eels put in a really good effort. They think that it's alright to disobey them, because every single time they win, all the fans, they get, apparently the Eels went offside and stuff like that. So, like, the Eels didn't play a good game, but they have bad days. Sometimes they have bad days, sometimes they have good days, but it doesn't mean that they just, it really confuses me, and people need to stop whinging at, like, the refs and stuff. But the refs were absolutely shocking in this game, and it really did annoy me. But anyway, it was 26-12 in that match, and well done from the Dragons for making a really good win. But I think the Eels got robbed in that game. But most certainly, let's have a look at the Dragons' tries. What we have here is Jack Bird, Matt Duffy, that scored 2 tries, and Michaeli Ravalawa. Let's have a look at the Eels' tries. What we have here is Isaiah Papali'i and Clint Gutterson. And my player of the game went to number 1 from the Dragons, Matt Duffy anyway. But I just think in that game, the Dragons did really well, but I think the Eels got robbed in that match. Thanks so much for watching my video, guys. Stay tuned for more. I'll be doing a couple of videos coming to you guys soon. Also, I'll be doing more videos coming to you guys soon, so stay tuned for more. Plus, leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and for this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care, guys. Stay safe and have a good one. Plus, let's get up to 300 subscribers. We're sitting on 209 anyway, so let's get up to that. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.